Hey guys, it's Danny. Welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I'm going to be working on my one little word album. So I think last time I did one of these, we walked through April and May. So at this point, we are at June. So I am catching up a little bit, which is fine. So I'm gonna go ahead and take my June pages out of the album. That way they're a little bit easier to kind of manage. And this month I'm actually going to be walking you guys through the process of how I do the pages. I think last time I just did kind of an overview because I was trying to catch up. Alright, so I have 3 pages here, this one, and then 2 of these larger pages, which we'll talk about in a moment. So let's go ahead and get started. So I already have my little June card here. I have this clear card. This was from Allie Edwards, and I purchased it from her shop. So I've got some pictures here. This one is from the hike on my birthday. So we had gone up to like a summit type thing where we could see the ocean, and I had the best birthday, you guys. It was so amazing, but I'll talk about that more in a different video because I'm actually going to be doing a spread on this whole hike thing over in my nature journal. So if you're interested in hearing more about this day and how great it was, definitely make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss that. But this is just a picture because we had come down back into like a canyon and there are all these beautiful trees and stuff. So these are my guys on the trail and I'm in the back. So I just took a quick picture of that because for me, this represents the hardest hike that I've done to date. And a year ago, Danny would not have been able to do what June Danny did. So that's really, really inspiring for me. I really love that picture. It kind of represents that whole thing. On the back, I have this picture of me and my mama. So she had come down on the train actually to spend the day with us. And it was so nice to get some one-on-one time with her and yeah, just get to have like some girl time and talk about some stuff and yeah, and just get to have time just with her because we're very close and I love her so much. So that's really cool that she's able to live so close and we get to see each other more often than we did when I lived in Texas and she lived here. So, and then this picture right here is me working on a project which I will be talking about somewhat soon, I imagine, here on my channel at some point. So I will be talking about that more, so I'm not gonna really go into it much detail right now, but I had gone outside to work on it, which I never really work outside of the house. So for me, this was kind of the big step and it shows that I'm making progress on this big project and all that. So that's pretty cool. I think because there wasn't much space here for journaling and I wanted to put my pictures in, I think I'm gonna do some journaling on the back of this tag and then maybe slip it in here or something, or I don't know, maybe I could put it behind this and then that would be kind of cool. I kind of like that actually. I think that's kind of neat. Maybe I'll just keep it in there for now. So I will do some journaling on the back of that here in just a moment, but I did want to add some little like writing spots on the actual picture, so I'm not sure why I put them in here already. Okay, let's try this again. So, okay. So just like little journaling spots or something so I can kind of write what these particular days were about, but not have to go into like a ton of detail. So let's see, so kind of like this blue one on here, then maybe the pink one over here, and then maybe this kind of pink one here. All right, so I've got that. So let me go ahead and write in some stuff and I'll be right back. All right, so I've got those. Just a little bit of journaling on there. Because for the month of June is the midpoint of this project, so the focus is not so much like on pictures and stuff, it's actually on these like inserts that Allie provides in the classroom. So I'm gonna set this aside for a moment. So I actually forgot to fill one out. I'll fill that out later. So she just goes over all these different kind of points to think about and stuff through the month of June to see how far you've come, what you still need to work on, stuff like that, because June is a midpoint. So in 1 or 2 words. My one little word experience so far has been very empowering and transformative. So I just talk about things that have surprised me, things I've enjoyed, challenges I've faced, how my word has had an impact on my relationships with others, companion words. So these are some other ones that kind of keep popping up. This one step at a time, is kind of a mantra I keep telling myself, especially like if I'm on a hike or working on a big project or something. I can only do it 1 step at a time, right? So I mean, so that to me, just reminding myself of that, you know, 1 step is still progress forward, so it's fine. What's holding me back? Usually a fear of failure is something I struggle with, because as like an artist, a creative person, I create for myself, but like I also create because it's my business and it's what I do here on YouTube and stuff, and it's like I want people to like what I create. So a fear of failure is kind of something I still struggle with. I imagine I will in some capacity for forever. I don't know if that's something I could ever totally get rid of. But I'm trying. That's kind of what this whole process is. So what was a specific action in June that I wanted to try? That was my birthday hike. That was the hardest hike I've ever done. And there were times when I wanted to stop and cry, like actually just sit down on the trail at one point. It was a real struggle, but I did it. I pushed through and I did it, and that's huge for me. Because like I mentioned, like even 6 months ago, I would not have been able to do that. So to me, that's huge. 3 things I want to accomplish by the end of the year. So I want to keep up with this album, which I'm doing a really good job on. Usually I struggle with like year-long projects or extended projects of any kind. So to be able to keep up with this album for the most part is pretty good. So I'm doing pretty good on that. I also want to go camping with my mom. It's something we've been talking about for a while, and I want to do it. And then I finally feel, I don't know, I feel like May was kind of still a struggle. I feel like the whole kind of first half of this year was very up and down with like my mental health, and there were some like really hard parts where I was really struggling. But since like June-ish, I've been feeling a lot better mentally, and I'm not really quite sure how that happened. Just something kind of switched in my mind, and I've been loving it. So I just want to maintain feeling better mentally. It feels nice to not feel sad like all the time or upset or whatever. So I just want to keep that going. Then I put on a little bonus thing. So I would really love to hit 100 pounds lost. I'm so close to 80 at this point that, and I know 100 is like a big stretch, but I feel like I could do it if I really stuck to things. Okay, and then anything else I want to document about my word right now. So I just wrote a little bit about how I am really loving this project and how much it has already helped me and stuff this year. So, because last year was a really crap year, you guys. So to have this project and feel like I'm making progress and things and doing better mentally and all this stuff, it's kind of a big deal. Kind of a big deal compared to last year. So yeah. I still need to fill this out though. I'll do that later, it's fine. Okay, and then this one goes in here. And I was thinking of putting like a little bit of washi tape on these or something just to decorate it up a little bit, but I don't think I'm going to. I think it's fine as it is. Okay, and then on the back of this page, since this is the half point of the year, these are June pages, I printed out this really big picture of me. So it says halfway there, 1 step at a time. I mean, didn't I just said that, right? So 1 step at a time. So this was me on that really hard hike for my birthday. And I know it's not a super flattering picture. I don't care, because this was after the hard part. I mean, it was still kind of difficult after this, but the fact that I made it to this point in the hike was amazing. Yeah, and then right around this point too, we got to see the ocean, which is my favorite thing ever. So this was kind of big, I don't know, really big deal for me. This was about actually the halfway point of the hike itself, you know, and it's the halfway point of the year, and it shows me in action, making progress, moving forward. So I love this picture. Yeah. So these go like this. This one will go here, And then I actually have this little card here. This was the June Patreon postcard. So I send my patrons at a certain level or whatever a Happy Mail postcard that I designed. So this one I painted myself, and then I wrote the words in Photoshop or something. So this is my writing. So that's really fun, right? And I painted this and all that stuff. So if you guys are interested in getting a postcard from me to you, or you want to see process videos about how I make them or whatever, I will leave a link to my Crafty Club Patreon down below. But since I've started doing these postcards, I've been enjoying putting them in my album because I find they're really uplifting and they kind of tie in like the themes of them to what's going on with me a little bit. So I feel like that's kind of cool, right? So if you're a Crafty Club member and you want to know what's going on with me, just look at your most recent postcard, I guess, because that will give you a clue. Okay, so these just go in here like so. So this is what I've got so far. Again, not super decorative. I'm fine with that. I'm gonna add a little bit of journaling here. Just about the rest of the month, kind of in the progress that I made in other areas. Yeah, and then just writing and stuff. This is a very kind of writing heavy month, which is fine. And then that is it. And then next we will be going over July. So this is another card that we did. Same with this one. So hopefully you guys enjoyed June's update. If you are enjoying this series, please let me know down below. I am loving this project and I'm totally gonna do it next year. I hear from you guys sometimes that you wish you had done it this year, or you're really interested in doing it next year. And to that I say, start one now. Make a little mini half-year album. That's totally fine. There's nothing stopping you from starting right now. So, you know, you can make a lot of progress in 6 months on whatever your word is or whatever you need to work on. I'm a true testament to that. So yeah, so if you want to try it, just try it. Just make a little mini one or something, you know? Kind of practice for next year. But anyway, that is it for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe if you are not already, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.